Welcome to Course 4, Foundation, Certified Supply Chain Professional, CSCP, course, by SPAO Academy. Topic 2, Global Supply Chain Networks, Section 9, Supply Chain Metrics and Reports. Lesson 2, SCOR Flexibility Metrics. SCOR Flexibility Metrics. Welcome to Lesson 2. In the previous lesson, we discussed the importance of measuring supply chain performance. Today, we will dive into a specific and increasingly critical category of metrics defined by the Supply Chain Operations Reference (SCOR) model: flexibility metrics. In a world of unpredictable demand, supply disruptions, like natural disasters or strikes, and volatile markets, a supply chain that is simply efficient but not flexible is brittle. It can break under pressure. Flexibility metrics help us measure how agile and responsive our supply chain truly is. What is the SCOR model? Before we focus on flexibility, let's briefly revisit the SCOR model. It's a framework developed by the Supply Chain Council to help companies evaluate and improve their supply chain performance. It breaks down supply chain processes into 5 key management areas: plan, source, make, deliver, return. For each of these areas, SCOR provides a standard set of metrics to measure performance. These metrics fall into different performance attributes, one of which is agility, which encompasses flexibility. The core idea: why flexibility matters. Imagine a supply chain as a rubber band. Efficiency is how little energy it takes to stretch the rubber band a normal amount. Flexibility is how far the rubber band can stretch before it breaks. In supply chain terms, flexibility is the ability of a company to respond to external or internal changes without significant negative impact on cost, time, or customer service. SCOR's 2 key flexibility metrics. The SCOR model focuses on 2 primary metrics to quantify supply chain flexibility, usually measured at the order fulfillment level. 1. Upside supply chain flexibility. This metric answers the question: how long would it take us to handle a sudden, significant increase in demand? More formally, it is the number of days required for the supply chain to achieve a sustainable, unplanned 20% increase in the quantity of goods delivered. The scenario: your biggest customer unexpectedly wins a contract and needs 20% more of your product next month. How many days will it take for your entire supply chain, from your supplier's suppliers to your delivery trucks, to ramp up to that new level and sustain it? What it measures: the time it takes to respond. Example: if your upside flexibility is 30 days, it means you need 1 month of lead time to prepare your suppliers, adjust production schedules, and secure logistics to deliver 20% more product. 2. Upside supply chain adaptability. This metric answers the question: what is the maximum amount of demand increase we can handle? More formally, it is the maximum sustainable percentage increase in the quantity of goods delivered that can be achieved within a specific, short timeframe, often defined as 30 days. The scenario: using the same situation, but with a fixed time limit, e.g., 30 days, what is the maximum percentage increase you can achieve? What it measures: the magnitude of change you can handle quickly. Example: if your upside adaptability is 15%, it means that within the next 30 days, the absolute most you can ramp up your output is 15% above your normal level. Any request for more than that would be impossible to fulfill in that time frame. A simple analogy: the food truck. Let's use a food truck to make this clear. Your food truck normally sells 100 burgers a day. The event: a big concert is announced next to your usual spot, and you expect a surge in customers. Upside flexibility, time: how long will it take you to prepare to serve 120 burgers a day, a 20% increase? You need to call your bun supplier to order 20% more, ask your assistant to work extra hours, and maybe buy a second grill. If it takes you 5 days to arrange all of this, your upside flexibility is 5 days. Upside adaptability, magnitude: the concert is in 7 days. What's the maximum number of burgers you can realistically sell on that one day? Your grill can only cook so fast. Your prep space is limited. Your staff can only work so quickly. You determine the absolute maximum you can produce in one day is 150 burgers. That means your upside adaptability is 50%, because 150 is a 50% increase over your normal 100. Why these metrics are vital for beginners to understand. Customer service. High flexibility and adaptability mean you can say yes to unexpected customer opportunities, building loyalty and revenue. Low metrics mean you have to say no, potentially losing business to more agile competitors. Risk management. These metrics are a key indicator of your supply chain's health and resilience. A supply chain with low flexibility is a risky supply chain. It's vulnerable to supplier bankruptcies, transportation strikes, or sudden spikes in demand. Strategic decision-making. Understanding these metrics helps you decide where to invest. For example, if your adaptability is too low, you might invest in automation to increase production capacity, or find backup suppliers to increase sourcing capacity. Summary. In this lesson, we learned that SCOR flexibility metrics are essential tools for measuring a supply chain's ability to react to change. Upside supply chain flexibility measures the time it takes to respond to a 20% increase in demand. Upside supply chain adaptability measures the maximum sustainable increase that can be achieved in a short period. By tracking these numbers, companies can move from being just efficient to being both efficient and resilient. In the next lesson, we will explore other critical SCOR metrics, such as those related to costs and asset management. I really appreciate you spending your time with me today. If you want to learn more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your like means the world to us and helps this channel grow so we can continue bringing you great content. Thanks again, and see you on the next video.